Have you ever felt like something's stopping you from reaching your full potential? But you just can't explain what it is. You work hard, you plan everything, but still, something pulls you back. What if I told you it's not the world? Not bad luck. It's your own mind. Today we're diving deep into the hidden forces inside you. Psychological obstacles. The invisible chains that hold millions of people hostage every single day. Let's begin with the big one. Self-doubt. It whispers things like, "You're not good enough," "You'll fail anyway," or "People will laugh at you." Sounds familiar? That's not your logical brain talking. That's fear in disguise. It's your brain trying to keep you safe from failure. But in doing so, it keeps you small. And where does it come from? Many times it's rooted in childhood. Maybe someone told you you weren't smart enough. Maybe you failed once, and your brain never forgot that pain. So now, every time you try something new, it flinches. But here's the truth. No one tells you. Doubt is not fact. Doubt is a habit. And just like any habit, it can be broken. Stick with me through this series, because we're not just talking psychology. We're breaking walls. Together. See, if this hit close to home, drop a comment below with "I'm breaking free." And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is just the beginning. The comfort zone, a beautiful trap. You know that cozy little zone where everything feels easy and nothing ever changes? That's not peace, it's a trap. Let's talk about your comfort zone. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the twist. It's the most dangerous place you can live in. Imagine living your entire life on repeat. Same thoughts, same fears, same results. That's what the comfort zone does. It tricks your brain into thinking you're safe, while silently draining your potential. Psychologically, your brain is wired for efficiency, not greatness. It wants to avoid pain, uncertainty, and failure. So when you try to step out, start that business, speak in public, ask for what you deserve, it panics. That's why you feel resistance, anxiety, even fear. But that fear isn't a wall, it's a threshold. And here's a wild fact. The brain treats emotional pain like physical pain. That's why rejection hurts. That's why change feels scary. But guess what? Growth lives on the other side of that discomfort. You don't have to jump off a cliff to grow. Just take one step outside your comfort zone, then another. If ready to challenge your comfort zone, type Step 1 in the comments. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss T. Search reason ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check I. The inner critic, your mind's harshest voice. What if I told you the person who talks you down the most lives in your own head? Let's meet the voice that never rests, never forgets, and never seems to shut up, the inner critic. You know the one. That voice that says, "Why even try? You're just gonna mess it up." Or, "You're not as good as them." Or worse, "You're a fraud." It shows up when you're about to start something new, when you're finally gaining momentum, and suddenly, boom, it hits you with doubt, shame, guilt, or fear. But here's the truth. Your inner critic is not your enemy. It's scared. It wants control. It thinks it's protecting you from humiliation or pain. But in doing so, it locks you in a mental prison. It's like having an overprotective friend who loves you, but is holding you back without realizing it. This voice often forms early in life, maybe from criticism, unrealistic expectations, or moments where you felt unworthy. And as we grow older, we internalize those moments, and they turn into self-talk. But guess what? That voice doesn't tell the truth. It just tells a story, and stories can be rewritten. Start catching your inner critic in action. Literally pause and say, "Whose voice is that?" Because 9 times out of 10, it's not even yours. It might be a teacher, a parent, a bully, or your own fear echoing the past. Then challenge it. Instead of, "I'll never be good enough," try, "I'm learning, and that makes me brave." Instead of, I always mess things up, try, every mistake is a step forward. Rewriting your inner script doesn't happen overnight, but the more you do it, the quieter the critic becomes, and the louder your true voice rises. Remember this: confidence isn't the absence of self-doubt, it's taking action despite it. CTA, if you're ready to quiet that inner critic, comment "Rewriting my story" below. And hey, if this helped you see yourself in a new light, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. The next section is where we get real about fear, so make sure you're subscribed. Let me know when you're ready for section 4, or if you'd like a different emotional direction, or fear, the master illusionist. What if fear wasn't real? What if it was just a story, your mind told to protect you? Fear. It's the emotion that stops more dreams than failure ever will. But here's the wild part. Most of the time, fear isn't based on reality. It's based on imagination. It's your brain playing a movie of what could go wrong before anything even happens. Let's break this down. Your brain is hardwired to survive, not to thrive. That's why it reacts to fear the same way, whether you're running from a tiger or just thinking of posting your first video online. It triggers the same response: heart racing, palms sweaty, mind screaming, "Don't do it." But here's what no one tells you. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that you're stepping into the unknown, that you're growing, that you're about to level up. And yes, some fear is real. It keeps us safe from actual danger. But most of the fears that hold us back today, they're not life-threatening. They're ego-threatening. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of failure. But if you look closer, all of them share one thing. They only exist in your mind. You know what helps dissolve fear? Action. Every time you take a step toward the thing that scares you, fear loses power. The illusion fades. The monster in the dark becomes just a shadow. Think about this. How many times have you been terrified of something, only to look back later and realize it wasn't that bad? Exactly. That moment of fear, before the speech, before the risk, before the leap, is the final test. And if you can push through it, you'll find something powerful on the other side. Courage. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your compass. CTA. If you're done letting fear drive the car, comment "Fear won't win" below. Smash that like button if you've ever overcome a fear, and if you haven't yet, subscribe now. Because in the F section, we're bringing everything together, and it's going to change how you see why. Let me know when you're ready for section 5, the finale, where we tie it all together with a powerful message and closing. Breaking free, reclaiming your power. What if I told you you were never broken, never behind, never not enough, just buried under layers of fear, doubt, and old beliefs? Right now, you have everything you need inside you to become who you're meant to be. But to rise, you have to break free from the mental prison you've lived in for too long. Let's recap what's held you back. Self-doubt, whispering lies about your worth. Comfort zones, keeping you stuck in the same cycle. The relentless inner critic, feeding your insecurities. And of course, fear, tricking you into thinking you're not ready. All of these aren't facts, they're psychological obstacles. And now, you can see them clearly. You've learned they're not walls, they're illusions, stories, habits. And what's been learned can be unlearned. Let this sink in. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears them. And now that you're aware of the noise, you get to choose what voice to listen to. This journey of growth doesn't require perfection. It requires courage. The courage to face discomfort, to unlearn what no longer serves you, to believe in the version of yourself you haven't met yet, but already lives within you. Because the truth is, the life you want isn't waiting for you someday. It's waiting for you to decide, to rise, to say no more playing small, no more fear running the show, No more waiting for permission. You don't need permission to live boldly. You don't need to have it all figured out to take the first step. You just need to begin. Right here. Right now. So here's your invitation. Close this video and do one thing you've been putting off. One brave thing, no matter how small. Because the moment you act, you prove to yourself that you are no longer a prisoner of your past beliefs. You're the author now. And this is your plot twist. If this series spoke to something deep inside you, share it. Someone you know needs this message just as much as you did. Comment below, I choose to rise. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this channel is just getting started. And remember, you are more powerful than you've ever been told. And the world needs what only you can bring. Let me know if you'd like a shorter version, a voiceover style version, or a script formatted for YouTube Shorts or Reels. Or do you like this personality?